Hello, welcome to the World Speech Today. We're here once again this year, and you know what we're doing this year? We are sharing ideas for a better world on community engagement. My name is Benjamin OWUSU-ANSAH. I am the founder of Cyber Bells Foundation. I am a professional MC and also a cyber security awareness trainer. I am the ambassador for the African Citizen Speakers Network. It's all about idea sharing this year. I'm speaking to you this season on the topic, it all begins with a decision. What decision do you need to make? What improvement do you need to make? And what change do you need to bring to your community that you've not done so far? It all begins with a decision. A young man was living in a family house. He stayed all his life in a family house. He had completed his university education, but he wasn't getting any job to do. He has stayed in this family house for quite a long time. One day, his grandmother just called him and told him to leave the house. As vibrant and as energetic as he is in the community, everyone in the community was somehow hurt about the grandmother's action. They all asked the grandmother, why did he do that to this young man? The grandmother didn't give them any answer, but the grandmother just asked this young boy to leave the house. So he had to leave. He didn't have anywhere going. He decided to go as far as he can go. He settled in somewhere in the forest. He started to make life altogether. After some time, he just decided to get back to the city and then make life for himself. When he was in the forest, he thought of things he could do in his community. He thought of things he could do to enhance life of people. So when he got back to the city, the first thing he decided to do was to become an errandsman, to do errands for people, because whilst he was in the city some years ago, he saw that was lacking in the community. He went from house to house, asking what he could do to help them. He became a known errand boy in the area. Whilst he was doing that, he was picking business ideas. He was picking opportunities that he could capitalize on. He finally came up with his own company, and that company started doing errands for people that do not have time to do that. I coin it this way, that each and every individual can be likened to a vehicle. You can have the acceleration pedal, which is in reference to your passion. The more harder you step on the pedal, the more speed is given to your vehicle. And that is the passion you have. You mostly have passion to do a lot of things. And that is likened to the acceleration pedal of a vehicle. Then you have the gear. Now that gear, it changes the gear to move you from one level to another. Sometimes you want to move your business to a different level. You want to go to a different height. You want to do something new in your business area. I refer to that one as the gear of that vehicle. You change it and it moves you to the next level. It gets to your next short-term vision. It gets to your first milestone. It gets to your 5-year plan, gets to your 10-year plan, gets to your 20-year plan. That is the gear. You're changing the levels of operation of your organization or of your business. Then the steering wheel, that gives you direction on where to go and how to maneuver through the journey on your business or on the organization or with your idea. But you know what? All these things can be useful or can come together, and it will be of no use if one major thing is not done. You know that you can have the passion to be there as an acceleration pattern. You can have the changing of levels being the gear, and you can have the wheel being the one that is giving you direction. But if you refuse, or if you don't turn on the ignition button or the ignition key, all this cannot be made possible. All this would not be possible. You need to make that decision. You need to make that decision. And it all begins with a decision. Turning on that ignition button for all this to come together, to make that vision, to make that dream that you have a reality. The young man, after staying in the forest for a very long time, decided that he needs to move back to the city. And in doing that, he turned on the ignition button. He had that passion. He had a dream. He had a plan. When he got in there, he stepped on the pedal. That was a passion from moving from house to house to be able to see and get the jobs that needs to be done for these people that do not have the time. It all begins with a decision. I want to show you something here, and then I'll continue with what I'm saying. You see this mark that I'm holding? It is a black mark. There is nothing beautiful in it. You can't see anything. It's just painted black. But there is something inside this thing that looks more beautiful than what you are seeing. There's nothing in it, but I'm going to pour hot water into it. Now I'm going to pour it into it. It all begins with a decision. Right. That's how decisions are being made. When the idea sits in your mind, when the idea sits in your head alone, it doesn't look beautiful. It's darkness all around. But the moment you make that decision to pour in that hot water, to go that extra mile, to make that decision of putting on the ignition key, that beautiful thing that is behind this darkness, that beautiful thing that is behind all these black things will be seen, and it's going to come forth for people to benefit, for the community to benefit from you, from the ideas that you have been shared, being saving other people or going to save other people. Now that is what you're going to see after the hot water has been poured into this mark. Isn't it a beautiful picture? And that is how your ideas are. Your ideas are only known to you in your head until you make that decision to bring it out by learning on it, by researching, by doing a lot of networking, by picking from what other people have done. That beautiful picture that you have in your mind cannot be seen by others. It all begins with a decision.